What if I told you that one of the most notoriously intense horror films of all time is getting a remake, and it's coming out in 2027? Let me tell you, this isn't just another classic gets a reboot story. This is a high-stakes gamble by someone who's already proven they can make audiences scream, Parker Finn, the guy behind Smile and Smile 2. But here's the thing, Possession isn't just any movie. It's a psychological horror masterpiece that's been haunting fans since 1981. And now, it's getting a new lease on life with Margaret Qualley and Callum Turner in the lead roles. Let me break this down for you. Now, I'm not here to say remakes are always bad. But Possession? That's a different beast. The original film was a visceral, almost surreal experience, think Cold War paranoia, marital collapse, and body horror that's still shocking decades later. Andrei Zulawski didn't just make a movie, he channeled his own divorce and exile into something raw and unfiltered. So, how do you even approach remaking that? Do you honor the original's chaos, or try to make it more palatable for modern audiences? That's the question everyone's asking, and honestly, I think it's the most fascinating part of this whole project. Let's talk about the cast. Margaret Qualley, she's been killing it lately, right? From The Substance to Poor Things, she's shown she can handle heavy material. But can she carry the emotional weight of Anna, a character who's basically unraveling in real time? And Callum Turner, who's been in everything from Fantastic Beasts to The Boys in the Boat, he's got the looks, but does he have the intensity to match the original Sam Neill? I mean, Neill's performance was so unhinged, it's almost impossible to imagine anyone else in that role. But then again, maybe that's the point. Maybe Finn wants to make this his own, not just copy the original. Oh, and Robert Pattinson is producing this. That's wild. He's not just a face in the credits, he's a producer here. That's a big deal because Pattinson has been pushing for more experimental, genre-blurring projects lately. This could be his way of saying, hey, I'm not just a vampire guy anymore. But here's the catch, Possession isn't just a horror film, it's a deeply personal story about relationships falling apart. If Pattinson's involved, does that mean the remake will lean into more emotional depth, or will it try to capitalize on the horror elements? I'm torn. I want both, but I suspect the balance will be tricky. And let's not forget the competition. June 11, 2027 is the same day as How to Train Your Dragon 2, a family-friendly, live-action reboot. That's insane. How do you market a film that's about a marriage descending into madness alongside a dragon movie? It's like trying to sell a horror film during a rom-com season. But maybe that's the genius of it. Maybe Paramount wants to test if audiences are ready for something truly disturbing in a summer that's usually full of sequels and blockbusters. I mean, Smile did pretty well, so maybe this is a calculated risk. But I'm still curious, will people even show up for a horror film that's not a superhero movie? And then there's the controversy. The original Possession was so tied to Zulawski's personal life that fans are worried a remake might dilute its message. But Isabella Adjani, the original Anna, actually gave her blessing to Margaret Qualley. That's a huge vote of confidence. But Adjani also said she understands why a new generation wants to revisit the material. What does that mean? Does it mean the remake will respect the original's legacy while adding something new? Or is it just a cash grab? I think the answer lies in how Finn approaches the story. If he can capture the emotional core without losing the surreal edge, this could be a triumph. If not, well, let's just say I've seen remakes that tried to be edgy and ended up being forgettable. So, what's the bigger picture here? This isn't just about a remake, it's about how we treat classic horror in the modern era. Are we ready to see films that challenge us, that don't hold our hands? Or are we just looking for jump scares and CGI monsters? Possession was never about that. It was about the slow, inevitable collapse of a relationship, wrapped in a nightmare. If Finn can translate that into a new era without losing the soul of the original, this could be a landmark film. But if he misses the mark, it'll be another reminder that not all remakes are worth the effort. Either way, I'm going to be watching closely. And I bet you will too.